Morning students. Today we are going to discuss about a slip system of posting that should be followed while we are preparing accounts of a banking company. Basically, we are following a slip system of posting, ledger posting. It is a method of rapid posting in the books maintained under double entry principle. Basically, here we are using, as you see in the bank, when we are going to the bank for a deposit, we have to fill a voucher that is known as deposit slip. And if we want to withdraw the money from the bank, then we have to fill up one slip which is known as withdrawal slip. And another slip when we are talking about when we have to transfer our balance to others account, then we have to fill one form which is known as NEFT form or RTGS form. So here the slip system of posting is basically when we are referring the vouchers and fill and prepare the accounts, that is known as slip system of ledger posting. Under this system, posting is done from the slips and not from the journals or cash book. Slips are loose leaves of journal, and these are supplied either by the customer or by the bank staff. The same is not actually possible if transactions are recorded in bound books, so original checks and paying slips are used as vouchers. On the contrary, for paying slips, cashier debit cash account and passes the same to the ledger keeper concerned for crediting the customer's account. In this way, the double entry posting is completed. So, in simple words, we can say what is a slip system of posting. Slip system of posting refers to the method in which the transaction is entered in the books of accounts on debit and credit side as per the nature of the transaction. It is adopted by the banking companies to keep a record of deposits made and withdrawals made by the customers out of their accounts. So, slip, what is a slip? Basically, we have to understand the meaning of slip. Slips are the loose leaves of paper which is used to perform a transaction with the bank. Each bank has its own name on their slip, and format of the slip may vary from bank to bank. So there are basically three type of slips. Number one is pay-in slip, second is withdrawal slip, and third one is cheques. So when we are talking about these types, so we have to understand the meaning of all three. Number one is pay-in slip. This is also known as deposit slip. It is the form supplied by the bank for a depositor to fill out and to deposit the money in the bank. Pay-in slip is used to deposit the amount in the bank, and these slips contain the following particulars to be filled. There are some particulars when we are going to the bank to deposit a money. So we have to fill some information about ourselves or about our account. So there are some information which is given. I will read for you one by one. That is name of the depositor, having bank account, contact number, account number, PAN number, date, branch of the bank, denomination of money deposited, 500 notes, 1000 notes, 2000 notes. So we have to check the denomination, signature of the depositor. Then withdrawal slip. Withdrawal slip is the slip used for withdrawing the amount from the bank. It is the document of bank on which a person writes the date, account number, and amount of the bank money to withdraw from the bank. These slips contain the following particulars to be filled. Number one is name of the drawer, having bank account, account number, date, branch of the bank, and signature of the depositor. Then check. Check is a negotiable instrument which can be transferred by mere hand delivery. It is a document issued by an individual to his or her bank account, directing them to pay the person whose name is mentioned in the document and the sum specified in it. For such a document to be valid, it is important that the person issuing it has an account in the said bank. An issuer of the check is called a drawer, and the one to whom it is to be issued is known as drawee. Check is issued to make a safe and convenient payment. It is less risky and danger of loss is minimized. Basically, there are two type of checks. One is called bearer check, another is called cross check. So when we are talking about a bearer check, that is a check at the name of self. When we want to withdraw the money from the bank, then that check can be issued. If we can cross the check, if that check is also known as account pay check, at the left top of the check, we are crossing, we are marking two lines, which is known as account pay check. So if we want to deposit the money into the other's bank, then we will mark two lines on the top left top of the check, that is known as account pay check. The amount should be transferred to other person's bank account. That is more safe. So what are the features of slip system of posting? Slip system of posting is based on the double entry system. Double entry system is in which all the entries are affected on the two sides. One is debit, another is credit. Means all debits are equal to all credits. The transaction are entered into providing the details on the slip. We will get the details of the person who is depositing or withdrawing the money. It is contain the different slips such as, you can say, withdrawal slip, paying slip, check, for different types of transaction. It records the transaction into the ledger book of accounts. Slips serve as the evidence for the transaction. So reasons for adoption of slip system of posting, as we know that when we are moving to the bank, there are n number of customers who are coming for deposit or withdrawal or transfer the money to others account. In the bank, there are basically, they can categorize the work into the different parts. So for the smooth flow of, you can say, working, we can use a slip system of posting. So we can study reasons one by one. It ensures a smooth flow of accounting. It can distribute the work of posting among many persons. It help in keeping the accounts of customer up to date. This system saves a lot of clerical work or clerical labor, as the most of the slips are filled by the customers and provide an objective evidence of the records. Then there are some advantages or disadvantages of slip system of posting. When we are talking about advantages, the first advantage is division of labor. We can divide the work into the various working members of a bank. So it will help us to division of labor. Next is easy method and scientific. As we know that most of the labor work can be done by the customer himself. So it is an easy method, and another way is we can get the information from the slip directly and fill into the computer, then that will debit or credit accordingly. So it is a scientific method. So it can be used as evidence in the court. We can take that slip to the court for proof if there is any dispute. Help in keeping the accounts up to date. It will help us to keep the accounts up to date for the customers. Next is no need to prepare subsidiary books. Here we are not requiring any kind of journals or any kind of, you can say, subdivision of journals, which are known as subsidiary books, if we are following slip system of posting. So there are two disadvantages basically. Number one is chances of loss of a slips. There are many customers, so they will fill many slips. So there may be a chances of loss of a slip. In case of loss of a slip, sometime if that transaction is omitted or forgot to pass into the computer, then that is difficult to explain. So it is there may be a chances of loss of slips. Next is no verification. If the slip has been torn up, or we can say that slip is loose by the banker, then there will be no verification. So verification of that system is a complex one. So I think that topic is very easy. You can study. Then, if you have any query, then you can call me. Thank you for listening.